Hey, with such an awesome MMA weekend last week, I almost forgot totally that EliteXC is doing unfinished business this upcoming Saturday. So I want to get my picks in for that. They're gonna have they're gonna run kind of like split the card. They'll show some fights on Showtime and the majority of the fights on CBS at, what does it say, 9 to 11 and 8 to 9 on Showtime. So let's do Showtime's card first, because it's going to go first. We got Rafael Cavalcante versus Travis Galbraith, and I'm going to pick Rafael because of the kick-ass name. No, I think I looked at the records and Rafael looked better. Had a better record. Then we got Brian Caraway versus Wilson Reyes, and I picked Wilson Reyes. Another awesome name, but that's not why I picked him. I think it's record. I keep him on MMA Playground, so sometimes I forget why I picked so and so when it's this lower card fights. But go Rays! Then the main event for the Showtime card is Justin Ehlers versus Antonio Silva. He's, I think they call him Bigfoot. He's this big Brazilian guy. He has I think he had, was it giantism disease, where he has like this tumor that makes him produce too much human growth hormone, so he keeps on growing. I don't know if he's had it removed. I think he may have. I'm not sure. But he's gonna fight Justin Ehlers, who's the glass jaw guy. I mean, he gets hit in the face and he always face plants. That's the funny. He's a good fighter on the smaller shows. He does well, but on the big picture, he doesn't do well. And it's kind of a weird fight. They're having this for the EliteXC heavyweight title, which you would think someone who has some wins would verse in the actual promotion. Someone like, I don't know, Kimbo would fight Silva, but they're being smart here because Kimbo would be killed by Silva. Silva has too good submissions for him. I mean, if Josh could take Kimbo and just maul him on the ground like in the last fight, Silva would kill him. So what they're doing here, to me, what I see is they're just buying Kimbo some time to keep working on his ground game and become more well-rounded before he fights any of their better heavyweights. And that's a smart move, since Kimbo's their big money maker who they're building this promotion around. But I got Antonio Silva winning this one. Probably, I guess KO probably. Then we go on to the CBS card. We got Jeremy Freitag versus Anthony Ruiz. Let's see, forgot who I picked. Oh yeah, I picked Anthony Ruiz. This is a swing bout. Might not make it on the card. It matters between time constraints. But yeah, Anthony Ruiz, got him on this. Then we got a girls fight, which is pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people don't like females fighting in MMA, but I'm all for it. I mean, I like it when they can fight. If they can fight, and it's not just some kind of gimmicky match where you're watching two amateurs go at it, where it's just like they don't know what they're doing, then I can watch it. If it's the pros and they know what they're doing, they know submissions, they know correct boxing stances and how to knock someone out. And this one's going to be Shanna Baszler versus Christina Cyborg. Right now, everyone's picking Cyborg. And I'm going to pick Cyborg too, but it's going to be a closer fight than that, I think. Cyborg is this big... She's like a brawler woman, which you don't see a lot of women in women's MMA. You don't see a lot of brawler types that come with the huge, the hooks like crazy and stuff. But Shayna is more of a submission fighter, and I won't be surprised if Shayna wins this by submission. But I'm going to go with the crowd and go with Cyborg. think she's got it. And then they got Thomas Denny versus Nick Diaz, which is really a lopsided match. I guess to add some stuff to Nick Diaz's highlight reel. Hopefully it doesn't backfire for him and he, ends up maybe losing or having a poor performance. But I think he should win this. I'm going with Nick Diaz. And that's about it. Hopefully he makes weight. Hopefully he doesn't smoke any marijuana. Hasn't been leading up to this. That would suck. Nick Diaz, this is a chance for him to, get a good win, but not really an easy win, and prove that he could still, actually have a fight in MMA without being flagged down before. Alright, our next fight is Jake Shields versus Nick Thompson. And Thompson, I think he got the nickname GOAT for a while as a joke, but after a while he was able to turn in some decent wins. So props on him for that. But otherwise, I got Jake in this. Jake probably by submission. Jake Shields is a tough guy. I don't think he's gonna lose to the GOAT. But it's a matchup. It's another match. It's a little lackluster. Because Jake he's got this. He should not. I mean, he's so good. I mean, UFC owns almost all the top welterweights. But then there are guys like Jake Shields and the Punk who are almost right there at the cusp of top 10 or in the top 10. That's how good they are. I mean, it's pretty amazing when you think about it. When you have guys that can stack up against the UFC's best division. I think that or 205, the UFC 170 or 205. That's their best division. If you have guys that can actually be outside that company and be on the cusp of the top 10 or in the top 10, that's a good fighter you have. So props for EliteXC for getting him, for having him. They've had him in the past, I believe. Then we got our main event, which is champ Robbie Lawler versus Scott Smith for EliteXC middleweight title. This is a rematch. Last card back in June. It was a good fight. It was kind of slow to start, but when they would engage, it was really ferocious and fast-paced and fun to watch. But then it seems like they would always pull away for a while and pick their spots, and then they go back in and they just collided again, just whoosh, whoosh, then back. The dance continues, and so that's what was happening last match until I think it was the third round. Robbie Lawler, he accidentally poked Scott Smith in the eye, and Scott Smith told him he couldn't see at one point. But then later, he wanted his 5 minutes, though, and they didn't give him his 5 minutes. It's bad officiating, in my opinion. They should have given him the 5 minutes, even though he said he couldn't see, to see if he could regain his sight within that time. But in that fight, Robbie Lawler was coming out strong in the first, but Scott Smith was catching up in the later rounds. It was weird. And the thing about Scott Smith is he seems to have a really good chin. I mean, all the brawls he's been in, I don't ever see him getting knocked out or anything. He gets submitted, but he's not getting knocked out. And Robbie Lawler has been knocked out. But I'm going to go with Robbie Lawler in this. Although I don't think he's going to finish Scott unless it's on the ground. So I'm going to go by Robbie Lawler with the decision. That's going to be the pick. Yeah. Alright, well, hopefully everyone catches this card. I mean, it's more free MMA. You can't not like that. Even if you don't like the promotion or shady business that goes on within the company, you could still appreciate the actual fighters going out there and toughing it out, showing their... I mean, it's the most real sport there is, They're out there... They don't got pads and they don't got, all this equipment on. It's just, gloves, shorts, and two guys trying to best the other. And to me, that's always worth it, no matter what the background politics are. So, unless it involves cheating and dives, well then that compromises the sport. But otherwise, I say, check it out, watch it. I'll be watching it. Nothing else is on Saturday night, right? Watch it.